He's speaking his opinion. That's his opinion. You know, you're supposed to be, we talk about freedom of speech. He feels very strongly about it. I watched some of his representatives talking, and he feels very strongly about it.
Trump tells Fox News that he's gotten to like Carson on the campaign trail. Ben Carson has come under fire for saying he couldn't support the idea of a Muslim being president. A mother and her boyfriend are pleading not guilty to charges related to the death of a little girl known for months as Baby Doe. The 2-year-old girl's body was found in a trash bag in June in Boston Harbor. Last week, she was identified as Bella Bond. Rochelle Bond and her boyfriend Michael McCarthy appeared in court this morning where prosecutors said McCarthy killed the little girl because she was unruly and refused to go to bed. Stocks are opening higher after a Federal Reserve president indicated it might be time for an interest rate hike. The Dow Jones Industrial Average, NASDAQ, and S&P 500 were all ahead after the opening bell. This is USA Headline News.
The following statements are documented responses from Ovation Cell Therapy clients in an online customer survey.
Your product is the greatest I have ever used. I'm so glad I tried it. My hair was incredibly thin and dull before Ovation. Now it's like a new head of hair. Thicker, shinier, and even the color is improved. People keep asking me if I dyed my hair. Thanks for a great product.
I was skeptical about the success stories from Ovation customers, but I'm not anymore. Not only does my hair look better, the Ovation system made my hair softer. And I experienced less breakage.
These survey responses are from people just like you, sharing their Ovation experiences of thicker, stronger, and longer hair. Improve the health of your hair with Ovation Cell Therapy. Log on to ovationhair.com and enter USA News at checkout for a special introductory discount. That's ovationhair.com. And remember to enter USA News at checkout for your special discount. Ovationhair.com.
Ovation is so good,
it's guaranteed.
KLZ, Denver.
Hey, everybody, it's Eric and Angel from the Experience Pros Radio Show, which just happens to be coming up right now.
But first, we want to let you know it's coming up on the Experience Pros calendar. Of course, you can find it online at experiencepros.com. Just click on the calendar tab. And if you haven't subscribed to it yet, I encourage you to. Lots of fun stuff. Friday, we're going to be working out at Orange Theory Fitness.
I'm going to pump you up.
Well, actually, Eric and I will be there this afternoon practicing, but we're inviting all of our friends, all of our listeners to come out and check out the Orange Theory method. It really is the best workout taking over the country. You're going to burn more calories. 36 hours, up to 36 hours after your workout, which is why it is so effective, and it's networking. So wear your tennis shoes, wear your workout clothes, and come join us on Friday at 5:30 at the Orange Theory Fitness at Arapahoe and Parker Road.
Then Saturday, we've been talking about this for a month now. You got to come hang out with us. Saturday, the Card Caper Connection at the Denver Airport Marriott at Gateway Park from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. It's networking, but it's also in the form of like a mystery theater kind of a deal, and it's going to be really cool.
The earlier you RSVP, the sooner you start getting the clues for this whodunit networking event. Super fun, super creative, just kind of getting us out of our box of boring old networking. So join us on Saturday. But on Monday, September 28th, it is Business Owners of Magnitude. We'll be networking in Westminster at the Bar Louie restaurant with Boom from 6 to 8 p.m. on Monday, the 28th.
Yeah, say that 3 times fast. Thursday, October 1st, we've got a fantastic brand new event going on. Our friends over at Portico Business Solutions are doing the Business Growth Network, and it's networking at the Fox and the Hound from 4:30 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. You want to hang out with these people. Mike DeFoya, our business coach, is the one kicking this thing off.
Absolutely. Great business leaders, new group of folks for us. You want to take your business to the next level. This truly was the business coach that really kickstarted mine and Eric's Experience Pros business, gave us our mission statement, everything. So Thursday, October 1st at Fox and the Hound. Now today you can still get tickets and all the way up to, but on Saturday, October 3rd, the Real Women, Real Issues, Real Solutions. It's a Christian women's conference going on at the Jubilee Highlands Ranch location from 8:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. It's a great day for women to come out and be refreshed, rejuvenated, hang out with girlfriends, be inspired. You've been looking forward. It's actually the second annual event put on by my friend Angie Austin. You know her from the Good News with Angie Austin over on our sister station. Well, she's kind of headlining this whole thing up. My friend Carrie Conley's going to be a speaker.
You're going to be a speaker.
I get to be a speaker. It's kind of breaking out of our mold. Normally I do business topics. This one is very personal.
I love it.
But you can get your tickets. Go online to Eventbrite and look up Real Women, Real Issues.
And the last date for your calendar is Tuesday, October 6th. Don't forget to sign up for the Win with Heart 2015 at the Hilton Garden Inn. It's Women in Networking over at the Highlands Ranch Chamber of Commerce from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. You're going to love it. Keynote speaker is going to be Polly Latovsky. She's the author of 3 Miles Per Hour. She's the only woman who ever walked around the world all by her lonesome. And it's going to be a fantastic event.
It is. Wine pairing, events, desserts, super great time. Find it all on the calendar, experiencepros.com. It's like my favorite app in the whole wide world.
Right? All right, here we go. Here comes the Experience Pros Radio Show. We hope you enjoy it.
Just selecting good investments and fund managers may not prepare you for the retirement income you need. There are 5 important, less obvious decisions. Learn these 5 decisions and how to make them. Tune in to America's Wealth Management Show, sponsored locally by Life Certain Wealth Strategies here on KLZ 560 every Saturday morning from 9 to 10.
The Experience Pros with Angel and Eric next on KLZ 560.
You're listening to the Experience Pros radio show, where business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer, best-selling authors of Lists That Saved My Business and founders of Experience Pros University, are inspiring you to get your business right. Let's join Angel and Eric for today's program.
Hello and welcome to the Experience Pros Radio Show with Angel and Eric. Very nice to have you along with us today. We're here to remind you that small business is big business, and your business is our business. How was your weekend?
You know what? It was actually pretty lovely.
Was it?
Yeah, actually it was.
All right. Well, did you order pizza?
No, Angel does not get to eat pizza on Angel's little cleanse little thing. Thanks for bringing it up.
Sorry.
You know, most people use weekends
Still cleansing?
to kind of
Indulge.
celebrate and indulge in all the treats that you kind of don't let yourself have all during the weekend. Well, my weekends, because of our lifestyle, I have to kind of put myself back into
because of our lifestyle,
right? Because we're out and there's junk food in front of us and there's cocktails in front of us, and so my weekend,
there were a few Maseratis and
I'm back into drinking my clean shakes and eating my vegetables, and I don't eat pizza. So thanks for bringing it up, because pizza is one of those things. I don't know about you, but like, it doesn't even have to be like great pizza. I just love pizza.
Right.
Just dough and cheese and sauce and yummies, like just pizza.
Right.
And it is one of my no-nos.
Okay. Well, I didn't realize it was a no-no, but here's.
How did you not know it was a no-no?
Well,
where have you been? For the last 5 months, 17 days, and 4 hours.
Suffering right next to you. Trust me. No, the reason I ask is because I know on occasion you will bring home pizza for your family.
Yes.
And
I am that, I sit there and I look at it and I stare at it and I smell it and then I walk away.
And you walk away.
And I go and I eat my salmon and broccoli.
Oh.
That you won't let me bring to the office.
You can't. She microwaves the salmon and the broccoli at the same time in the office. If you don't believe us, there's photographic evidence of the poisoning. We call that incident the poisoning. No. The reason I brought it up was a gentleman ordered, just a pizza and some wings, right?
I'm loving the pizza commercials, how they're combating against each other.
Yeah, right. Well, this guy ordered from Domino's. Is in Berkeley, California. Hello to our friends out there in Berkeley. We appreciate you. Ordered Domino's pizza. Got a little surprise for a side order.
Oh, no, I don't want to know.
No, you do.
No,
you really do.
Stop. This is his lunch.
This train is rolling.
I don't want to hear about the
You ordered pizza? No.
The bug or the hair or the
rats,
thumb.
bugs, and hairs and what?
What?
What was that last one?
Thumb.
Oh, I thought you said dung. I'm like, no. I'm not going to go I'm not doing any of that.
No, please don't gross me out. I like pizza.
$1,300 in cash.
Cash?
Oh.
Cash, you say?
It's a side order with a side benefit. Apparently one of the guys who was making the runs, that didn't come out right. The guy that was delivering the pizza had a $1,300 deposit that was hidden in a wings box, and he delivered the wrong box.
Oh, so this is the box that was supposed to be the bank run.
Correct.
And he sent, and instead of the bank run box, he gave him, or instead of the wings box, he gave him the bank run.
Right. So Mike
box.
Vegas is his
So
name.
then he shows up to the bank and he's like, here's my deposit, and it's a box of wings.
Right.
They're like, did you forget something?
That's not going to do. I mean, thank you, but
it's like a scene from It's a Wonderful Life.
If I lick them, do I have to give them back? I don't know. But here's the truth. The gentleman started with his pizza, but he was at work, and so he put the rest into his refrigerator. And he got home, started getting calls, started getting text messages from the Domino's, right?
Yeah, sure.
And he says, my phone started blowing up. I wasn't looking at the random messages. I was working, so I wasn't answering. Finally found out that there in his refrigerator is a $1,300 deposit. He returned it.
Well, and he said he wrote a Facebook post. And of course, there's a long list of people arguing, you should keep it. Don't keep it. Keep it. Keep it. Don't keep it. Keep it. Don't keep it.
Pretty sure stealing is stealing no matter what you look at.
I wanted to keep it. Believe me, right? Of course. Who wouldn't? But it's not mine.
That's it.
And so he says he's branding the incident as a karma test.
Oh.
As he returned it.
Yeah.
They actually did offer him an award.
Pizza for a year.
Well, you know what? That's not so bad.
That ain't so bad at all.
Right? You know how much you're going to spend on pizza for a year? It's probably more than $1,300. So he says he's going to accept the offer.
There you go.
He says, I'm going to have to start working out more. Obviously. There's a pizza in our fridge, but only half a pizza.
Yeah, that's true.
Only half a pizza. Because somebody else ate the entire half of a pizza.
So?
All by his big boy self.
I couldn't help it. I was hungry on
right before he went to work out, though.
It was right before I went to work and I paid the price, and I did not feel
he's
well.
on the treadmill. He's like, Angel, I don't feel good.
I did not feel well.
Like, what's the problem?
Right.
And he had brought lunch in, and so he'd had a nice little lunch, but I left the office, and this is what happens when Eric's unattended.
Eric's still in the room.
He's like, okay, there's nobody here. That's probably not enough. So I'm going to get a pizza. And now that there's really nobody here and I have a pizza in front of me, I'm going to eat the whole pizza.
What's the point?
I don't know. How'd you feel? How'd you feel while working out? Yeah, he did. He
did not feel well.
He looked bad.
Yeah.
He looked bad. So eating
I still burned
almost
9,000 or not 9,000, almost 1,000 calories in an hour. So I guess that was.
Well, we do. We work out at Orange Theory Fitness, and you've probably seen them popping up in your neighborhood all over town. They're the craze in the country. And what's the big deal with the Orange? It's
the zone.
It's the zone. And so they get your heart rate. You're competing against yourself, not the other people in the room. So it's personalized training, but in a group setting, which is pretty awesome. And you wear a little heart rate monitor, so you're getting your body into the orange zone, your heart rate into the orange zone. And if you get it into the orange zone for 12 minutes out of your 60-minute workout, you burn calories up to 36 hours after your workout.
I know. It's amazing.
It rocks. It's like getting 3 days of workout in one. Hello, Miss Time Management. I love that. You don't have to go every day. You only have to go like 2 or 3 times a week. That's it.
Yeah,
don't you love that?
It works well. Hey, I got to shift gears here, and I want to talk to you about the F word.
No.
Yes.
Eric?
No, we have to talk about the F word.
Eric Raymer.
The F word is something we all do.
No.
And we need to talk about it. I'm talking about failure. We all fail from time to time.
Dirty rat.
What? We all fail from time to time.
Okay, nobody calls failure. Oh, I'm going to use the F word today, and it'd have to be the word failure.
I'm surprised at how many people use that F word.
Well, sure.
But
I also use fun and frivolous and
fantastic. We can talk about those in another segment. Let's talk about how much you learn. How much you learn when you fail determines how far you go in creating success. So says our friend Allan McDougall. She is the president and CEO of Lead From Within. Wrote a beautiful article on failure and surprising ways to turn every failure into a success. You ready?
Well, she says our instinct is to be ashamed of failure.
Of course.
And because it's we don't like how it makes us feel, because we're humiliated, we're embarrassed as though we've done something wrong. She says you can shift your perspective and look at failure not as something to be ashamed of, but as something valuable.
You can learn from. And you know what? We have story after story, and example after example of that. Lolly says mistakes.
No shame. No shame in the failure.
Absolutely not. Mistakes are not a problem, but not taking the opportunity to learn from them is.
But repeating that mistake and doing it again.
Well, that's just the definition of insanity, right?
So learning to fail means learning to understand your mistakes, because in every mistake, there is potential for growth. What can I learn from this? How can we do it better? How can we avoid this? What was I thinking when we made this decision?
Speaking of what you're thinking, be careful how you talk to yourself, because you are listening.
Self-talk, she says, can be incredibly damaging, especially after a failure, right? I should know better. We've been here before. I should have seen the signs. I should have paid attention. I should have asked for help. I should have, could have. And then we go into that dummy mode, right? I'm such a dummy. I'm such an idiot. Never use those words.
That's poison.
To describe yourself.
All right. Experience Pros has an interesting take on this next line. What do you think?
On what next line?
The one that says, it's far better to do something imperfectly than to do nothing perfectly.
Well, it's not our line.
We say.
A perfect plan. Wait a minute.
A good plan today.
A good plan today is better than a perfect plan tomorrow. That's not our quote, though. I stole it just in case you thought. I know, Eric, I say these things sometimes. You think, wow, Angel, you're so wise.
You are witty, and you have, you stole.
It
was research because you were stealing multiple things, right?
I never quoted it. I never said it was my own.
I thought you did.
Yeah. But making sure, because we tend to wait until everything's perfect. We've got all our T's crossed, our I's dotted. I won't do this until my website is perfect. I won't do that until I've got this in place. I won't do. And we spend all of our time in research. Go out and build your business. Do something. Act on it.
And finally, the enemy of success is the fear of failure. I agree with that. You want to be successful, get rid of your fear. Step out boldly. Go out and do what you are good enough. By golly. Insert F word here.
What is it? What is
failure?
No. Oh. What's the guy? People, and gosh darn it, people like me.
Stuart Smiley,
I think that is very, very good. All right. Hey, listen, we got to take a quick break, but when we come back, we've got more positive business talk. We're going to talk about discovering the riches within on the Experience Pros Radio Network.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
You keep wondering about refinancing options. You know rates are low, but don't know how to go about getting the best rate and best type of loan for your situation. What do you even need to get started? Wonder no more. Go to CherylAnswers.com. Cheryl of ALMC Mortgage has put together a checklist of what you need to know and frequently asked questions when it comes to your mortgage. Get answers. Go to CherylAnswers.com. CherylAnswers.com.
LMB number 100020432. NMLS number 266695. You can check the licensing status of your mortgage loan originator at dora.state.co.us.
Design, implement, and support. If you have a computer, a cell phone, or a tablet, you have a network. Hi, this is Eric, and I've got great news for you. Your network has a guy. For the last 15 years, Brad Binkley of Binkley IT has served his clients without killing their budget. Brad can effectively manage a network of up to 50 computers, typically for about 2 to 4 hours a week. Huge savings, no sacrifice. Call Brad today for your next IT partner. 720-254-1057. That's 720-254-1057. Binkley IT, solving the IT puzzle one piece at a time.
Hi, this is Angel, and if you haven't checked out all the resources that Experience Pros offers small business owners all across America, I'd like to invite you to visit experiencepros.com. From annual contests to the Extreme Customer Service Directory, daily blogs and fan bragging to business tips, Experience Pros supports business owners just like you in so many ways. Follow us on Twitter and Facebook at Experience Pros, and thank you for allowing us to serve you every day right here on this station.
Imagine having a business partner watch over your computer systems day and night, actively responding to changing needs in your environment, helping make sure things run fast and smooth, protecting your valuable information. With Availability, our managed services platform, C-Squared Computer Consulting can provide 24/7 monitoring, manage updates, and optimize your systems. Let C-Squared be your business partner. Call us at 303-933-1113. Mention Experience Pros, and we'll waive the setup fee.
Over 400,000 businesses in Colorado have less than 10 employees. Your business probably fits into that category. Imagine what would be accomplished if everyone joined forces. The Colorado Micro Business Alliance brings owners together to give you a unified voice in state and local politics, as well as helps negotiate better deals for products and services. They offer top-level seminars and networking events. Join now for only $5 a month at ColoradoMicroBusinessAlliance.com.
Get your payroll and employee paperwork done efficiently, effectively, and economically with Employer Essentials. Free up your time, free up your money, and let Employer Essentials help your business grow. They handle all of your payroll and HR needs at EmployerEssentials.com or call 303-734-9436. 303-734-9436.
Let's talk about advertising. It's a key element for growing your company and making sure people are aware of your brand. If you're going to put a half-page ad into a magazine with 60,000 in circulation, it'll cost about $1,500, and you get to be in front of your target audience. If you're going to attend a big trade show, you're going to spend about $1,500, and you get to interact with potential clients. If you're going to sponsor a foursome in a golf tournament, you're going to spend about $1,500, and you get to support your favorite charity. At Experience Pros, $1,500 goes a long ways. You get an entire year of membership with business networking, online customizable listing, featured ads, 3 radio spots during the year, speaking opportunities, sponsorship options, and more. Sign up today at experiencepros.com.
A public service message from Call to Recycle.
Hi, this is Richard Karn. Recycling your old cell phone is a great thing to do for the environment. Visit calltorecycle.com. or call toll-free 877-2-RECYCLE.
The Experience Pros want to help you get your business right. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experience Pros radio show.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Thanks for taking time out of your business day to join us for ours. Our next guest is going to talk a little bit about something that we all need to get out in the open and discuss, because many of our businesses are dealing with a hidden secret of addiction within our employees and staff.
Right? And you wouldn't really think so, because sometimes the folks that are addicted to drugs and alcohol are really good at hiding it, such as our next guest, Allan McDougall, a miner turned motivational speaker. He's a recovered alcoholic and he actually has sharing his story of how he hid his alcoholism for 22 years. He also says the Office of Personnel Management estimates the workplace cost of addiction ranges anywhere from $33 to $68 billion annually because of absenteeism and reduced productivity. Allan McDougall is the author of Breaking Through, Discovering the Riches Within. Allan, welcome to the Experience Pros Radio Show.
Thank you, and thank you for inviting me.
Allan, very nice to have you along with us today. Now, Allan, in your book, Breaking Through, you talk about the advantages, and correct me if I'm wrong here, of keeping employees that show signs of addiction on staff. Am I correct there?
Yes, absolutely. I really feel this. I feel very strongly about this because one, I think there's a lot of flaws in how we treat people with the disease of alcoholism or substance abuse. And that is, if I may, to just visualize this. You have this addiction for 20 or 22 years or 10 years, and then all of a sudden you're shipped off to a rehab center, because that's what a lot of corporations do. They think the magic answer is in sending someone off to a 3-week rehab program and you're going to come back cured. One, that's setting people up for failure. And the other reason for keeping the people, or one of the reasons for keeping the people, you have a lot of money invested in that person, depending on how long they've worked there. So aside from the humanitarian side of getting rid of someone with a problem, is you work with them and they become much better. I can use myself as an example.
Well, Allan, before we get into that example, let me set the stage here, because I used to be the program director of a drug and alcohol rehabilitation center, and not a 3-week, but a 1-year facility. So I agree with you. The 3-week rehab, well, the statistics speak for themselves as far as success rate goes. However, you are also, and correct me if I'm wrong, opening yourself up to a significant risk for, well, not just the expense of somebody being sick all the time and not showing up for work, but excessive risk. What if they're using heavy equipment? What if they're using something that could endanger the lives of the people with the final product?
Absolutely, and that's not even, we don't even talk about that. We haven't spoke about that yet, but that's so correct. is that
Can you address that?
Once we determine that there is a problem, and it has to be dealt with in a constructive manner. But I'm just saying that normally a lot of companies and corporations don't maybe know how to handle it in a constructive manner.
Absolutely. All right. So, Allan, are there signs that we should be on the lookout for in our staff to see if they're having signs of addiction?
Well, I worked in the employee assistance program up in Canada for 7 years. And a lot of the outside factors, the signs and symptoms would be one, of course, you would think of automatically absenteeism, watching their drop in productivity, isolation from other employees, and maybe they're all, work together well together, and then you notice someone is alienating or isolating. Outward signs of maybe asking for advances or for promotions because their financial means are being used for other issues. I know people that go on cocaine and heavy drug runs, and they can spend $6,000 to $10,000 in a weekend. So if you're living that lifestyle, your finances are certainly going to surface.
Yeah, if you're broken, you know it. Clap your hands. Allan, what about you talk about in your book, Breaking Through, a psychic shift that allowed you to move past your addiction. What caused that shift, and can you describe that for us?
Sure. That's one of the questions I get asked the most. The psychic shift, very simply, is from admitting finally that I had a problem, even though I knew I had a problem for 4 years. Before the actual June 2nd, 1987, I finally broke down and said, I really need help. That's the beginning of the psychic shift. If I can put this quite simply and very quickly, the psychic shift for me, and I can only speak of my experience, was moving from being self-centered and always looking after me and my problems, and being other-centered to help other people, or from being childish to childlike, to have the faith to move forward into a problem, into a solution that you just have faith that something that has to be better.
Your son was the one who wrote you a letter that kind of slapped you into reality, right?
Oh yeah, it was an amazing. Today I'll never forget, and even as I speak of it this second, I still feel that pain, a little pain of emotion, of gratitude, and also humbleness and sadness that letter happened, but it turned my life around completely.
Allan, what kind of things did your son say to you? What was in the letter? I know you probably don't have it in front of you, but just what were some of the things that he said to you that just impacted you so deeply?
Well, I have it in my mind, and I also have it in my heart, so I don't need it in front of me. I walked out of my family to commit suicide 6 months later after living in ditches and flop houses. I couldn't do it anymore, so I went into AA program, and then I got into a rehab. So I was in rehab about 2 weeks. They had packed my suitcase a couple of times. I packed it once. I wasn't a willing participant. I thought I was, but I couldn't get in touch with my emotions. Until the day my son, who was 7 years old, printed in a note along with a picture of him, which said, "Hi, Dad, I love you, and please don't forget about me." Oh. And he signed his name. And that turned my whole, not only my day, but my life around.
Oh, wow.
All right. Well, Allan, I want to make sure that we get the name of the book out again. It is called Breaking Through, Discovering the Riches Within. It's the story of Allan McDougall, our guest, and his battle with addiction and subsequent recovery therefrom. Final question for you.
Sure.
As an employer, though, when we see somebody who's got something going on, a quick step, and I'm talking like a 30-second answer here, Allan. How do we to take that next step to do the best thing for the employee?
Is to talk to that employee one-on-one and just be human with that person and say, is there a problem? And we're here to help and to relieve that fear of being fired. And we want to work with you. A person, it's not a problem person. It's a person with a problem.
Nicely
you can separate that.
Yeah.
You can separate that. That really helps. Listen, we understand you're a wonderful employee. We understand there may be some issues. Let's work on the issues and make it much better for both of us.
Well, thanks for inspiring our listeners today. And congratulations to you, Allan McDougall, the author of Breaking Through, Discovering the Riches Within. Thanks for being our guest, Allan.
Thanks for the invite.
Absolutely. Fantastic conversation. I think a relevant conversation in our workplace today.
Well, everybody, I think it starts out, seemingly innocent enough, but when it grows, it's nice to have resources.
Hey, when we come back, we're going to talk about 5 ways to apply the research on happiness. What you don't know about the research, we'll tell you about it after this.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
Stop calling around looking for the best mortgage rates and call ALMC Mortgage. ALMC Mortgage matches you with the right mortgage for your needs every single time. Now's the right time to finance. Call ALMC Mortgage today at 303-696-6933. 303-696-6933. Check out today's current rates and questions you should ask about your mortgage at almcmortgage.com. almcmortgage.com.
LMB number 100020432. NMLS number 266695. You can check the licensing status of your mortgage loan originator at dora.state.co.us.
If you rely on networking to build your business, you need Renovate. If you are sick of wasting your time cold calling to find a few, you need Renovate. Extreme Relationship Management will help you renovate. Renovate is revolutionary training that elevates your not working and supercharges your networking to get real results. Sign up for the next Renovate training this week at extremerelationshipmanagement.com or call 855-I-LIKE-ERM. You need Renovate.
Hi, this is Angel, and I've been in my home for 12 years now. When I think about redecorating, I just can't seem to get past what I've always done. Helene's Designs offers a fluff it up service for home decorating. She takes what I already have and rearranges just enough to fluff it up. Call Helene to get fluffed up at 720-233-7302. Helene's Designs is a full-service design firm that helps you turn your dreams into a reality. Call Helene's Designs today at 720-233-7302 or check out the before and after pictures online at helenesdesigns.com.
You're busy, but are you really achieving the dreams you thought you would? Infinite Nation knows that when your vision is big enough, you can create infinite success. Request your free vision check phone call with award-winning vision coach Carrie Conley. Discover how easy it is to achieve your infinite success. Call 720-331-8693. 720-331-8693 and check out the Vision is Victory workshop online at infinitenation.com.
When Mom became unable to care for herself, I couldn't always be there. I chose home care assistance because it was the only option that made sense. She's done so much for me. I wasn't going to put my mom in a home.
She called Home Care Assistance at 720-443-3371.
Mom's caregiver gives her great one-to-one care and a lifestyle she deserves, all in the comfort of her own home.
Live-in and hourly care available. For a free in-home consultation, call 720-443-3371 or homecareassistancedenver.com.
Do you wish your career was moving along a different path? Do you ever feel like your business owns you when it really should be the other way around? Do you feel like this isn't the life you thought you'd be living? Well, you're not alone. Sandy Corrigan has a system that helps people create careers worth having, businesses worth owning, that results in lives worth living. Call or text Sandy Corrigan today at 303-907-1010. That's 303-907-1010. It's worth the phone call.
SharpNet Solutions has been optimizing websites for over 16 years, since before Google was even a company. Hi, this is Eric, and I want you to let that sink in for a moment. SharpNet Solutions has been helping hundreds of small businesses get found on the search engines since before Google became Google. They're one of the most affordable SEO firms in the country, and if you tell them Experience Pros sent you, you'll get up to 50% off of your SEO services. Still wonder if they can help you? Google Experience Pros. We use them. 303-900-4988. That's 303-900-4988 or sharpnetsolutions.com.
The war in Iraq, like all wars, is taking its toll on our young men and women in uniform. I became paralyzed when the vehicle I was riding in turned over.
When Jason came home, we faced a bureaucratic nightmare just to get the services he needed. Thank goodness Paralyzed Veterans of America was there. They said, you focus on your rehabilitation and we'll take care of the rest.
From all of us, thank you, PVA.
Call 1-866-USA-4-PVA.
In our Do You Know Your Stuff hot seat today is Doctor of Optometry, Dr. Bob.
Hi,
How are you,
Doc. Good to be here, guys. Fire away.
Which of the following can be bad for your eyes? Smoking, alcohol, or caffeine?
All of them.
He's
No
right.
way! Really?
Then answer this. Do optometrists have a good sense of humor?
I'm on your show, aren't I?
Oh, this guy's good. Good.
A message from the American Optometric Association. Test your IQ at AOA.org.
Bring me down, can't none bring me down. The love is too high, bring me down, can't
The Experience Pros radio show, where small business is big business and your business is our business. Follow them on twitter.com/experiencepros. Now, back to Angel and Eric, the Experience Pros.
Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show with Angel and Eric. We're happy that you are tuning into the most positive business talk show in America. What makes you happy?
Well, here's the thing. If someone asks you what will make you happy, most of us are going to say something like a long beach vacation.
Yeah, well, hanging out with friends.
Even watching a fun movie. But they say whatever you specifically choose, that almost all of us opt for something extraordinary and outside of our everyday experience. So when we say what makes me happy, it isn't the same thing. Oh, I get to get up and get dressed for work, and I get to go to work, and I get to have my desk all there waiting for me, and I get to have
Maybe it should be.
the mundane. When we say what makes us happy, we always think of something outside of our everyday experience. But there is some new research out of Harvard that says that is a mistake.
Oh.
They say it's not that sitting on a sun lounger for a week won't give you a wellness boost, but that more likely what will make us happy is looking back on a pleasant day-to-day memory. Even just something pretty mundane.
Oh, well, our friend Jessica Stillman over at Inc.com came up with 5 ways that you can actually take that research and put it into application into your life so that you're able to look back on your day-to-day life. And by the way, I would have passed this test because our day-to-day life really makes me happy. I love what we do.
Well, and we have a great time.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of times we think that in order to be happy, if somebody was to ask us that, we start thinking about what do I want it to look like that's
in the future,
and something
or
different.
Something extraordinary.
But how is it when a song from the 80s comes on, right? Or it takes you way back, when Charlie plays Xanadu. I remember, roller skating as a little girl, and it's those past memories that actually give us the wellness boost. And it's not, okay, we went up in a hot air balloon that day. It was just, most of the time I just had a really nice time with my mom, or it was a really pleasant day with somebody, or I just remember feeling, content and happy.
Well, you remember the old phrase, an apple a day keeps the doctor away, makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise, that kind of a thing, right? Well, that having to do with medical, this having to do with emotional, the happiness side. How about a photo a day?
They say it can be hard to remember and motivate yourself to record everyday moments, right? We see them on Facebook, though, all the time.
I think this is what you actually excel on Facebook with, is you take photos of daily activities.
Just who you are and what you're doing. And now Facebook is bringing them up. 2 years ago, you were doing this. 3 years ago, you were doing that.
And most times it brings a smile to your face.
It really does.
Yeah.
So Facebook is participating in your happiness quotient every single day. They say pick a time every day or once a week or whatever it is. And no matter what you're doing, just snap a picture of it. And at the end of the year, you can make yourself a yearbook. And they actually call it greater good in action.
I love it. I think it's a brilliant concept. And I think right next to it, you should make sure that you capture the context of that day or feeling, write down a little note or something saying, this is what happened today.
This is where scrapbooking, if you ever took any of the scrapbooking classes or workshops,
but I know lots of people who have.
Not just the pictures that were the most important, but the journaling, the little notes that you would write next to it about this is what was going on. This is what we were feeling. This is what we were hanging, this is what we're doing right before this picture was taken, or this is what happened right after this picture was taken, or this is the first time we were all together as a family in over a year, something about the day. And so the journaling of the pictures, adding the context is just as valuable. I know that it's the picture that captures us, but it's how you were feeling that actually creates that happiness quotient.
Third thing Jessica says is record an average day. You know, we tend to feature, even though we're talking about taking snapshots on a daily basis, we tend to feature the ones that are still noteworthy, right? So take a moment and journal every hour, a typical day.
Oh, and she says, a lot of times the pictures we'll take show us, we say how we want it to be, right? It's a picture of us being really happy and really perfect and really all together. But sometimes, a picture of the messy house or you with no makeup, just the typical mundaneness, because this really is your life, right? And that's the authenticity that makes it genuine, that really truly brings you happiness.
Now, the next step is to reconstruct yesterday.
Oh my gosh. Can you reconstruct yesterday? What did you do yesterday?
Really a whole lot of nothing. I watched a bunch of football and I didn't do a whole lot of anything really. I did go over to my friends and celebrated a birthday.
Okay. But see, I think you just missed the point. Didn't he just totally sound like Eeyore in that?
I kind of did.
He totally did. A whole lot of nothing.
Well,
I watched football.
You were asking, can you remember what you did yesterday?
Right.
And I'm like, sometimes I have a hard time remembering what I'm doing in the moment.
Exactly. But see, here's the thing.
And I didn't give credit.
No, you totally dismiss it. This is the challenge, right? Because we totally dismiss that our everydayness. You got to sleep in, you got to lounge around, you didn't have anywhere you had to be, you didn't have to get up and get dressed, you weren't rushed around. I mean, you can actually, but instead, and so it really is our attitude. What do you want to look at is, a whole lot of nothing. I didn't do anything. Finally got up and went to a friend's birthday party.
Okay, all right, okay.
Right?
I got it.
Okay. And then the final thing, of course, we already kind of touched on journaling, but she says in all its forms, it can be a great way to work through personal and professional issues, Eric. Maybe you should.
Have some personal issues.
Maybe you should, that you can reflect on your current life and your future goals. But most people say it's too time consuming. So she says, whittle down the commitment, but still capture the essence of your day like this. Think about the things you find most interesting to recall from your past, and then choose a few set topics to write about. What you had for dinner? See, Eric, what you were eating.
Yes.
What did you eat yesterday?
I had, believe it or not, what do you call that? Cabbage and corned beef and cabbage.
Corned beef and cabbage.
Yeah.
See, there's a little smile in there when you start talking about what you had for what you ate. The last song you listened to, or the last conversation you had, the last item you bought. Even doing this once a month, maybe the first of the month, might bring you more joy in the future than you could anticipate.
If I'm happy, I'm going to clap my hands.
You don't clap your hands when you're happy.
I do clap my hands when I'm happy.
You don't.
I do. When Pharrell comes on, you kidding me? We stop everything.
So music is a big wellness and happiness booster. I was in a book club. There was a book called The Happiness Project, and she had done this whole year of journaling and trying to find happiness and what things truly made her happy.
Sure.
And we think, okay, a clean house, getting rid of the clutter, the perfect books, the perfect little reading corner, vacations, long walks after dinner. These are the things that we think of. And so in her research, in her quest for finding happiness, she actually discovered that happiness was found not in a quest of trying to make her world happy, but in just the daily.
Recognizing the happiness within.
Yeah.
I love that. One of our listeners, Sabina, says she was very proud of me for taking a do-nothing weekend. She asked me on Friday, what are you doing this weekend? And I said, with any luck, absolutely nothing. And so I guess I got what I wanted, right?
I know. But
I got bored out of my skull.
I have another girlfriend. She's like, Angel, I just want a week. I just want a week of nothing. Just lay around on a beach and do nothing.
Oh, well, if you're going to bring the beach into it.
I looked at her and I said, are you kidding? After 3 days, you would be bored and say, okay, I've sat here and I figured out how I'm going to take over the world.
Yeah.
And so
social creature, I need
increments
engagement
of relaxation and things that bring you joy, but doesn't mean you have to go and be a hermit.
No.
And find complete solitude. You are a social creature. You do need people around you.
You know what would make me happy?
Do you ever just go to down to the local restaurant to watch the game, just to have people around you?
I never have gone to a restaurant by myself just to do that.
Why not? No,
because I would be surrounded by people and all alone. I would. I've got psychological issues. You know what would make me happy?
Do tell.
Is if we found new ways to get around the office. Taking the elevator is so last century. So I came up with or discovered an article.
We used to want a zip line. We used to be in the building next door.
Right.
And we thought it would be really fun to have a zip line between the two buildings.
Well, how about this office here? I'm looking at an office over at CR Pacific Constructors, and they're an architectural firm, but they decided a firefighter pole linking the two levels of the office allows employees to literally drop into meetings.
How often do you think that fire pole is actually used?
Well, it depends on...
It's kind of novel at first,
is it
right?
really a firefighter pole, or is it a different kind of pole? I don't know.
What do you mean a different kind of pole?
I'm not sure.
Well, how many different kind of poles can you have? There's a firefighter
I can
pole.
think of at least two. Here's another one. There's a BFG Communications and Atlanta-based marketing agency.
You want a dancing pole in the office?
I didn't say dancing. I said nothing about dancing.
You want a dancing
What
pole?
is a dancing pole?
In the office?
I'm very confused. These guys have a skate park themed office and they can only get around by using skateboards and or bicycles. That's pretty cool.
I don't think our office is big enough to put us on wheels.
No. All right. How about a slide? Can we get a slide? I didn't ask for a dancing pole. I don't even know what you're talking about.
We have a slide. We have a 2-story deck in our backyard, and we have a slide in the backyard. And oh my gosh, the kids loved it for years going down the slide. Instead of having to go all the way to the end of the deck where the stairs were, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, super fun to have a slide in the office. OtterBox has a slide.
Yes, they do. All right. Yeah, so your phone can be safe.
And they say the stairs only go up, so you have to take the slide down.
Have to go to a quick commercial break, but when we come back, more positive business talk. Angel and Eric, this is the Experience Pros Radio Show.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
Hi, this is Angel, and I want you to picture this. You're driving home after soccer practice. Your little girl is sitting in the back seat and the radio is gently playing your favorite music. Your car is your world for the moment, and your world is safe because Nyland's Collision Center wouldn't cut corners on the quality of parts when they fixed that fender bender last month. NYLUNDS collision.com. No one knows your car better. The safety of your whole world is in their hands. Visit nylandscollision.com or call them at 303-761-9219.
If printing is an essential part of your business day, then RMK Cartridge is your lifeline to success. Hi, this is Eric, and Angel and I wouldn't think of running our business without having RMK Cartridge on our speed dial. Remanufactured ink and toner cartridges are just the beginning. Free delivery and award-winning service coupled with 30 to 50% savings over original manufacturer products means that we're saving time, money, and space in the landfill all at once. Treat your printer to the best. Contact the guys at RMK Cartridge at 303-781-2076 or on the web at rmkcartridge.com.
You've had it with the big box print shops and online printing companies. Sure, they offer cheap services, and that's what you get, cheap service. Isn't it about time you found someone who not only made you look good, but also makes you feel good? Award-winning PrintingDoneQuickly.com offers the highest level of concierge service without the concierge price. PrintingDoneQuickly.com, where we serve your business as we wish to be served, and quickly too. That's PrintingDoneQuickly.com.
Join us for one night only at the Denver Airport Marriott for the Card Caper Connection on September 26th. The Card Caper Connection mingles entrepreneurs and CEOs alike into amazing networking and fun. The Card Caper Connection is a mystery theater where the stage comes to you and you solve the case with networking. Start your mingling and get your clues early by going to cardcaperconnection.com right now. That's Card Caper Connection, cardcaperconnection.com. The Card Caper Connection. It's a new way to network.
Landlords, listen up. If you have investment property, you need Legacy Properties PM. Devin Bewley will absolutely get you the highest rent possible, handle every imaginable emergency, and make sure that your property is well cared for. He visits every property regularly and knows that he's working for you. Legacy Properties PM, where their promise to you is simple. If your property isn't earning you money, you owe them nothing. There's nothing to lose. 720-989-1996. Mention Experience Pros and they'll waive the first month's management fee.
Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe is the official fitness sponsor of the Experience Pros radio show. This is Angel, and Orange Theory is the energizing group fitness concept that is sweeping the nation. Experience the orange effect at the location Eric and I work out at. It's Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe Road. You'll see more energy, visible toning, and extra calorie burn for up to 36 hours after your workout. Call for a free Saturday session at 303-645-4290. That's 303-645-4290. We'll see you at Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe Road.
Attention business owners, if you're waiting 30 to 60 days or more to get paid, Riviera Finance can turn your invoices into immediate cash flow. Let them help. Their process is simple and no debt is created. Riviera Finance has local offices serving clients across the U.S. and Canada. So if you bill on credit but need better cash flow, call Riviera Finance now. 800-872-7484. That's 800-872-7484. Or visit RivieraFinance.com.
I remember the moment. I'll never forget that moment.
As long as I live.
As long as I live.
At that moment, we arrived on the scene.
The storm had nearly destroyed the area.
This was our own community. Friends, family, people we grew up with, went to school with. We were there to help.
Several of us were working to rescue a family.
They made it down to the storm cellar, but the house collapsed on top of the cellar door and trapped them.
We had chainsaws going, and we had to use Humvees and heavy machinery to move massive trees and debris.
We got them out.
We helped a lot of people out.
It felt good to know I could really make a difference.
Right here, close to home, in my state.
It was one of those life-changing moments where I realized I am making a difference in these people's lives and mine. I'm a citizen soldier in the National Guard.
You can serve part-time and be there the moment your community needs you. Learn more at NationalGuard.com.
Sponsored by the Colorado National Guard, aired by the Colorado Broadcasters Association and this station.
Hi, this is Scott Watley. Tune in every Saturday afternoon at 1 for Sportsman of Colorado right here on KLZ 560. If you like the outdoors, you'll love Sportsman of Colorado.
The experienced pros want to help you get your business right. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experienced Pros Radio Show.
Hey, welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show with Angel and Eric, and thanks to all those listeners who are making comments about my comments. I didn't make those comments. I did not say put that poll in. I was just reading an article where somebody put a fireman's poll in.
I just love how he decides he's going to be innocent in all of this.
I am innocent.
Mm-hmm.
Look at me. I am the most innocent man you know.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, nobody's buying it.
Oh,
not even for a second. So I'm chit-chatting with my girlfriend this morning. I sent her a picture of my crock pot.
I would like to say the same words. I was chit-chatting with my girlfriend this morning.
You could.
I don't have one.
Oh, there's a you again. All right. So I sent her a picture of my crock pot because I was feeling, here it is Monday morning. And at 8:30 in the morning, I was feeling incredibly accomplished. I had been up for a couple of hours, done a couple of things that I needed to do. And I'm standing in my kitchen and I'm looking at my crock pot on the countertop.
Yeah.
Dinner is cooking. Got my green little smoothie in my hand. The dishes are done. Everything else is like tidy. I look at the refrigerator. There's the menu for the week. We are like on it. We've got the calendar all set up for the week. We know where everybody's going to be in the family. The shopping was done.
Hold on for a second. What's in the crock pot?
It's chicken for our chicken enchiladas for tonight.
Oh.
Yeah, these are my special chicken enchiladas
Can I come
that Michael
over?
Requested. I did a little cleaning out of my closet this weekend, which is this thing I do to relax. I lock myself in my closet. It's my quiet space. So there's a couple bags ready to be donated, sitting in my dining room. Although my 22-year-old daughter says to me, Mom, those plaid high heels you're looking to donate?
Yeah.
She says, I want them.
Oh.
Like they're 4-inch heels, sweetie. She's like, yeah, but I at least want to try them on before you donate them. So the bags have to sit for a couple more days.
I'd pay
before
money
she
to
comes
see that
town,
picture.
right? Anyways, I was just feeling so accomplished. But so I texted my friend who I know she does the crock pot thing. Yeah. And so her and I kind of go back and forth. She was happy that she inspired me to do my crock pot thing because it was her that reminded me to get my crock pot out. And she says, it warms my heart to know I inspire people in so many different ways.
Right.
And of course she does every day inspire me. And she says, so we kind of go on and on, but she says too much CEO hat stuff, which involves way more detail than I'm used to. And so we started talking about how as a business, as a small business, as our businesses grow, the roles change and how we have different problems than we thought we would have. So,
sure.
And it's great that we're busier and great we have all of this success, but we have to learn to balance it and juggle it far differently. So I found a fun little few tips that you can use to grow your small business, provided by Richard Branson.
Richard Branson? Sir Richard Branson?
Sir Richard Branson.
The guy who has a small business that grew into a large one.
Exactly. So his 5 rules for growing your small business. First, he says you need to know your mission.
I agree with this. You got to know where you're going, what you're doing, and your mission is different than your vision, right? Your vision is the great big thing. Your mission is how you're going to accomplish it.
Right. So what is it that you want to provide today to your company? Our mission is creating a revolution in the way people treat people in business.
All right.
Second, make sure you get the basic structure right. Know what you're going to do. Many times partners can provide the back office and the infrastructure of different things. You don't always have to do it yourself.
No, but what's necessary is those strong relationships with those partners. If you need suppliers to deliver the goods, you've got to build those relationships.
Yeah, so you can scale your operation when those big orders come in.
There you go.
Third, get the right team at the top.
Amen.
He says it's hard to get this right the first time. Many small businesses fail to grow because they don't identify team members that can keep up. Right? I want somebody who's going to work harder than me. We've been saying this.
Right.
We've been trying to find the right team members to bring on. I want somebody who's going to do something I'm not already doing. That's going to work harder than I am on some of the new things that they're going to be bringing in.
Team members, take note.
They say sometimes it's necessary to part company with senior managers who can't develop the business, painful as that may be. Fourth, a strong purpose and a sense of ethics give your company a solid foundation.
We call this the culture. You've got to have that sense of purpose, and it's got to permeate from the top down all the way through the organization. And that sense of ethics, I couldn't agree more. You've got to be able to stand up and stand behind and in front of what you stand for.
Absolutely. And in our situation, it's customer relationships.
That's right.
And we build the relationships. We don't burn bridges, and we let those transactions come. In his case, it was leaving the planet a little bit better than they found it. But the simple but effective messaging resonates with staff and customers, and people know who you are and what you stand for.
Fifth, no matter how big you get, the details still count.
Everything. All those little touches are what make your experience unique. Don't overlook them. And finally, listen to your customers and act on what you hear. They say they always track their social media channels to see how they are doing, or make it an element of have those conversations with your customers and use the feedback to stay connected.
The thing about this is none of these are complicated on their own. But if you want to have your business truly take that next step, you've got to be like Mr. Holland, right? You've got to be orchestrating each of these moves in their proper timing.
Which means you've probably been wearing that hat yourself.
Sure.
And so it's hard to take it off and pass it on to somebody else, but it is necessary. And the sooner that you build a team around you, even if it's not actual employees, but outsourced, virtual assistants and independent contractors and all of those resources, then it's scalable, right? It doesn't all fall on your shoulders, but you've got to be really good at delegating. And I think tomorrow I'm going to bring up, Richard Branson has a whole lesson on learning to delegate.
Well, and we could also talk to him about how to avoid common mistakes in the process of building that. But he's got a fantastic track record. Of course, Virgin America, the airline, is renowned for its high-tech planes, quirky marketing, and the fabulous crew. They're living what they're teaching.
Absolutely. And, but they had that vision and that peace in mind. If you don't have the vision for where your business is going to grow to, you need our friends at Infinite Nation to help you with that.
InfiniteNation.com. Folks, we have to take quick station ID and top of the hour, get the news and all of that. When we come back, more positive business talk.
This has been the Experience Pros Radio Show with business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer. For more information, you can contact Experience Pros by calling 720-344-2446 or visit them on the web at experiencepros.com, facebook.com/experiencepros, and twitter.com/experiencepros. What are you waiting for? Join the revolution.
Haystack Help Radio with Scott Wadley. Today at noon on KLZ 560.
Hi, this is Scott Watley. Join me weekdays from noon to 1 for Haystack Help Radio. We'll help with consumer problems, give you quality business referrals, let you know about the latest scams, and we'll also give great help for seniors. Weekdays, noon to 1 for Haystack Help Radio. Check out our website, haystachelpradio.com.
KLZ AM 560, KLZ HD Denver.
And online, streaming at klz560radio.com.
This is KLZ 560. Freedom, liberty, truth.
This is USA Headline News. I'm Melody Burkett. Congressional Republicans hope Pope Francis leaves his liberal-leaning views at the Vatican. The Pope is scheduled to arrive in the U.S. this week and address a joint session of Congress on Thursday. A large number of House and Senate Republicans want the Catholic Church leader to keep his opinions to himself when it comes to climate change, immigration, guns, and capitalism. The U.S. says there's an increase in the number of border crossers coming up from Mexico. That's presenting worries of a possible new refugee influx. An increase in the number of such crossings in August is unusual because it's a time of year when the number of undocumented immigrants attempting to cross tends to drop because of the danger from hot temperatures. The U.S. faced a crisis in 2014 when as many as 10,000 children a month and another 16,000 adults with children began arriving at the southwestern border. For the USA Headline News, I'm Melody Burkett.
The following statements are documented responses from Ovation Cell Therapy clients in an online customer survey.
Your product is the greatest I have ever used. I'm so glad I tried it. My hair was incredibly thin and dull before Ovation. Now it's like a new head of hair. Thicker, shinier, and even the color is improved. People keep asking me if I dyed my hair. Thanks for a great product.
I was skeptical about the success stories from Ovation customers, but I'm not anymore. Not only does my hair look better, the Ovation system made my hair softer, and I experienced less breakage.
These survey responses are from people just like you, sharing their Ovation experiences of thicker, stronger, and longer hair. Improve the health of your hair with Ovation Cell Therapy. Log on to ovationhair.com and enter USA News at checkout for a special introductory discount. That's ovationhair.com. And remember to enter USA News at checkout for your special discount. Ovationhair.com.
Ovation is so good,
it's guaranteed.
KLZ Denver.
Hey, everybody, it's Eric and Angel from the Experience Pros Radio Show, which just happens to be coming up right now.
But first, we want to let you know it's coming up on the Experience Pros calendar. Of course, you can find it online at experiencepros.com. Just click on the calendar tab. And if you haven't subscribed to it yet, I encourage you to. Lots of fun stuff. Friday, we're going to be working out at Orange Theory Fitness.
I'm going to pump you up.
Well, actually, Eric and I will be there this afternoon practicing, but we're inviting all of our friends, all of our listeners to come out and check out the Orange Theory method. It really is the best workout taking over the country. You're going to burn more calories. 36 hours, up to 36 hours after your workout, which is why it is so effective, and it's networking. So wear your tennis shoes, wear your workout clothes, and come join us on Friday at 5:30 at the Orange Theory Fitness at Arapahoe and Parker Road.
Then Saturday, we've been talking about this for a month now. You got to come hang out with us. Saturday, the Card Caper Connection at the Denver Airport Marriott at Gateway Park from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. It's networking, but it's also in the form of like a mystery theater kind of a deal, and it's going to be really cool.
The earlier you RSVP, the sooner you start getting the clues for this whodunit networking event. Super fun, super creative, just kind of getting us out of our box of boring old networking. So join us on Saturday. But on Monday, September 28th, it is Business Owners of Magnitude. We'll be networking in Westminster at the Bar Louie restaurant with Boom from 6 to 8 p.m. on Monday, the 28th.
Yeah, say that 3 times fast. Thursday, October 1st, we've got a fantastic brand new event going on. Our friends over at Portico Business Solutions are doing the Business Growth Network, and it's networking at the Fox and the Hound from 4:30 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. You want to hang out with these people. Mike DeFoya, our business coach, is the one kicking this thing off.
Absolutely. Great business leaders, new group of folks for us. You want to take your business to the next level. This truly was the business coach that really kickstarted mine and Eric's, the Experience Pros business, gave us our mission statement, everything. So Thursday, October 1st at Fox and the Hound. Now, today you can still get tickets and all the way up to, but on Saturday, October 3rd, the Real Women, Real Issues, Real Solutions. It's a Christian women's conference going on at the Jubilee Highlands Ranch location from 8:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. It's a great day for women to come out and be refreshed, rejuvenated, hang out with girlfriends, be inspired. You've been looking forward. It's actually the second annual event put on by my friend Angie Austin. You know her from the Good News with Angie Austin over on our sister station. Well, she's kind of headlining this whole thing up. My friend Carrie Conley's going to be a speaker.
You're going to be a speaker.
I get to be a speaker. It's kind of breaking out of our mold. Normally I do business topics. This one is very personal.
I love it.
But you can get your tickets. Go online to Eventbrite and look up Real Women, Real Issues.
And the last date for your calendar is Tuesday, October 6th. Don't forget to sign up for the Win with Heart 2015 at the Hilton Garden Inn. It's Women in Networking over at the Highlands Ranch Chamber of Commerce from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. You're going to love it. Keynote speaker is going to be Polly Latovsky. She's the author of 3 Miles Per Hour. She's the only woman who ever walked around the world all by her lonesome. And it's going to be a fantastic event.
It is. Wine pairing, events, desserts, super great time. Find it all on the calendar, experiencepros.com. It's like my favorite app in the whole wide world.
Right? All right, here we go. Here comes the Experience Pros radio show. We hope you enjoy it.
Just selecting good investments and fund managers may not prepare you for the retirement income you need. There are 5 important, less obvious decisions. Learn these 5 decisions and how to make them. Tune in to America's Wealth Management Show, sponsored locally by Life Certain Wealth Strategies here on KLZ 560 every Saturday morning from 9 to 10.
Rush to Reason with John Rush this afternoon at 3. Now back to the Experience Pros on KLZ 560.
You're listening to the Experience Pros radio show, where business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer, best-selling authors of Lists That Saved My Business and founders of Experience Pros University, are inspiring you to get your business right. Let's join Angel and Eric for today's program.
Welcome to the Experience Pros radio show with Angel and Eric. Very nice to have you along with us today. We're here to remind you that small business is big business, and your business is our business. And I don't know really how to get into this next topic, except to tell you that the Ig Nobel Prizes, I'm not sure how to pronounce that, they have been done. They're wow. Have you ever heard of the Ig Nobel Prizes?
I have not.
No. They celebrate improbable research. They celebrate the unusual. They honor the imaginative, and they spur people's interest in science, medicine, and technology.
Oh, how fun. I bet you it's super creative.
Well, David Hu of Georgia Tech accepted the 2015 Ig Nobel Prize in physics for testing the biological principle that nearly all mammals empty their bladders in about 21 seconds, plus or minus 13 seconds. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what to say about this.
Yet you wanted to talk about it.
I kind of do. The chemistry prize was awarded to a team for inventing a chemical recipe to partially unboil an egg. How do you do that?
Why would you need to unboil an egg? Oh, I cooked it too long?
Maybe.
And how do you know?
I wanted soft boil, but I crossed over to hard boil.
Okay, so here's what I think they should come up with.
Mm-hmm.
You know, since they're talking about bladders.
Yeah.
Right? You know how you can take a pill to stop heartburn, or you can take a pill to stop hunger.
Sure.
Or you can take a pill to stop
pretty much everything.
You know, from sneezing,
Sure.
right? All that.
Yeah.
What if you could take a pill to say, I don't want to pee right now?
I don't want to.
Well, you know how it'd be nice. You know, somebody says, you know, what can you do for me? Can you go to the bathroom for me?
I'll deal with that later.
Right? You know, we need to put that off. Maybe this isn't a good time. I'm
this
kind
is
of
a good idea.
In the middle of something.
No, nature has us doing what we need to do in order for a reason.
I know, but sometimes it's not convenient. Could we just undo it a little bit? Kind of like the hard-boiled egg thing.
Maybe.
Can we just undo it? I don't want to empty the bladder like into something. Could you just
But
pause
let's just
it
stretch it for a little more.
for a little while, right? Can you just hold it and not make me feel like I need to go to the bathroom right
Maybe
now?
I was a genius for bringing this topic. I don't know yet.
I actually think that would be quite ingenious.
Did you know that the Literature Prize went to a team who discovered that the word "huh" or its equivalent seems to exist in every human language?
How do you spell it?
Huh?
I know. Is it H-U-H?
It is in English, but we don't know how to spell it in other languages.
But in other languages. So we all have the equivalent of what you talking about, Willis?
Right, right. I thought this was painful.
Painful.
There's a gentleman who I'm looking for the actual thing. Said he observed that when you attach a weighted stick to the rear end of a chicken.
A weighted stick
to the rear end of a chicken.
Eric, stop.
And no, this is true. The chicken then walks in a manner similar to that in which the dinosaurs are thought to have walked. So you could make a chicken walk like a dinosaur with a weighted stick.
And how do we know how the dinosaurs walked?
They had sticks in their rear ends. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Apparently, if it walks like a dinosaur, it acts like a dinosaur, it must be a dinosaur.
Oh. Two groups were jointly awarded the Medicine Prize for experiments to study the biomedical benefits of or consequences of intense kissing.
How did you find this?
And it's in the news.
It's in the news.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
There's benefits or consequences.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, there
those
are.
The two choices.
Yes, there are of intense kissing.
Intense kissing.
I'd like to be on that team.
What are the consequences of intense kissing?
Children. Pretty sure. One thing leads to the other. I don't know. The Ig Nobel Prizes.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. I had not heard of them, but there are lots of people out there creating and inventing all sorts of fun stuff. I mean, if you ever thought of something you wanted to invent, have you ever said, "Oh, you know what we should, there should be," and have some idea of?
Yeah.
Never? You?
No.
No?
Mm-mm.
No?
No. But this one guy said he wanted to know the different pain indexes for being stung on 25 different locations of his body to find out which locations are the least painful.
Because that's where I'm going to get a tattoo.
And which are the most painful. And by the way, they're pretty much what you would think. The least painful, skull, middle toe, tip, and upper arm. And the most painful, the nostril, the upper lip, and yes, you guessed it.
My upper lip? Ow.
Yeah, if you got stung on the upper lip, that would hurt.
And then, is it a personal part?
The wee willy winky.
He was stung on his wee willy winky.
Apparently.
And it hurt. A lot.
And it hurt a lot.
And then
are these Nobel Prizes.
And so what about, is there like a prize for we think you were the most
dumb?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
There should be.
There should be.
Right?
I think so. All right. Well, the long sunny days, they say, are going to be drawing to a close, but not here in Colorado.
Oh.
We're starting the fourth quarter very soon, and in business, it is time to get your ducks in a row. And so before October 1 hits, which is the final quarter of the year, here are some tasks.
What about for the rest of the country?
That you need to tackle.
I mean, you said not here in Colorado.
Well, it's not.
Can we do it? It's because that's where it's not here for Experience Pros.
The long days of summer are not ending in Angel's World.
Oh, I got news for you.
No, just zip.
I got news for
zip,
you.
Zip. I actually was scanning through the Facebook, and they were talking about the S word.
Yeah, the S word. You know that word. Snow.
It's
coming.
All right.
About a week left.
Here's some tasks that you will need to tackle. So put this on your to-do list for when October rounds the corner.
All right.
Number 1, clean up your email list.
Oh, there you go on the email again.
They say there's no point in spending money on emails that go unopened or to bad email addresses. Purge users that are not active. This is the kind of thing you outsource. You do not do this yourself. You outsource this task.
Can I call out a company in public over the airwaves?
Maybe.
Groupon?
What?
I have unsubscribed from Groupon at least 16 times in the last 2 months. And they always say, oh, it might take a couple of days for this to take effect. I think I unsubscribe and they subscribe me to another Groupon list.
No, I don't think so.
And then they've got this little video game that says Mikey was a bad boy, punish Mikey, and they want you to play for it. They want you to beat up on Mikey, which I don't do because I don't think that's
dumb. Groupon.
It is Groupon.
I don't think that's
Groupon. It is Groupon.
I don't think so.
I say group off.
I've been unsubscribing to a lot of email lists these days, and
let's go take a look at our Groupon list. You talking about whatever else
making
we're supposed
a big
to do
difference.
For Q4.
Also, start planning for Small Business Saturday, which is the Saturday after Black Friday, after Thanksgiving. The event takes some planning, so make sure that you are ready for it. No matter your specialty, find a way to participate in the annual Small Business Shopping Day that follows Black Friday. It helps build relationships, gives your brand a bit of street cred, and you're likely to rake in a few more sales than you would if you hadn't done it.
I like raking.
Holiday gifts and cards.
It's that time.
I know.
I'm sorry, but
October. It's that time in October.
Yeah,
it's in October.
And folks, it doesn't mean you have to go put all that stuff out or go shopping through the aisles and aisles and aisles in your store for these things. But it is time to start thinking about the holidays because here comes Halloween, here comes Thanksgiving, here comes Christmas, and Rosh Hashanah just got done.
2 incredible card vendors in our Extreme Customer Service Directory, AM Cards and Blissful Giving.
Both of those.
Both of those, helping you find your holiday cards and gift giving, making it so easy. You just upload your whole database into it. Easy peasy. Backing it up.
Back it up. The time for excuses of why you haven't backed up your data are over. It's so easy now.
Absolutely. So make sure all your digital files are stored in alternate locations.
Use the cloud. Go, Dropbox or Google Drive or anything like that. Use something to back up the critical files that if you had lost, oh my gosh, your business would be in big trouble.
Your huge end-of-year marketing campaign that keeps your brand on the tip of your customer's tongue all throughout the entire fourth quarter. We say we play all 60 minutes.
Absolutely.
We don't give up. We don't pull back in the fourth quarter.
Ask the Denver Broncos why that's important. All right. And finally, October 1st, you got to get your EMV straight.
Yep, the dreaded credit card changes are fast approaching. Look at me, dump. You have to make sure that you have the new credit card processors and ability to take the new credit cards with the new security chip, because the magnetic strips, credit card companies will no longer be issuing credit cards and debit cards with the magnetic strip.
And the liability changes on October 1 from them to you if you don't heed the new EMV
if you don't have the ability to take the new credit cards and there's fraud, no longer is the bank liable for the amount you are. And as a small business owner, that can be a real deal breaker. Check with your merchant services. We have a couple of great merchant service providers in our directory. Merchant Savers is on there, and SG Associates. Both will help you with your EMV.
Absolutely. All right. We got to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we got a brand new book that we want to tell you about. You, America, are going to be so excited. That's coming next. Let's get real, ladies, on the Experience Pros Radio Show.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
Stop calling around looking for the best mortgage rates and call ALMC Mortgage. ALMC Mortgage matches you with the right mortgage for your needs every single time. Now's the right time to finance. Call ALMC Mortgage today at 303-696-6933. 303-696-6933. Check out today's current rates and questions you should ask about your mortgage at almcmortgage.com. almcmortgage.com.
LMB number 100020432. NMLS number 266695. You can check the licensing status of your mortgage loan originator at dora.state.co.us.
Computers. We can't live a moment without them. My friend sent me an email recently saying she was having 99 problems and 97 of them were because of email and technology. I hate it when it doesn't work, but I'm stuck with how to get past the lockups, the slow retrieval, and lost data. This is what Binkley IT specializes in, all your computer quirks and hangups. They'll take care of you, and often they can do it remotely. Call our friends at Binkley IT and solve your IT puzzle one piece at a time. Call 720-254-1057, 720-254-1057. And if your computer is still working, look them up online at binkleyit.com.
Boom! That's what you're looking for out of your professional networking events, and that's what Boom delivers. Create great business relations and build power partner connections the 4th or 5th Monday of the month at Bar Louie in Westminster from 6 to 8 p.m. Every event is sold out, so get your tickets for the next one today at boomcolorado.com. That's boomcolorado.com. Want more? How about quarterly training seminars? Boom! Network with great people. boomcolorado.com.
Get your vehicle back into showroom condition with the most comprehensive auto detail from Bumper Dock Denver. They remove tree sap and pollutants from your car's painted surfaces. Minor scratches are cleaned up with a high-speed polish, and the glaze finish is applied to restore a deep shine. Bumper Dock Denver understands that your vehicle is more than just a mode of transportation. It reflects your business. No matter what you drive, you get fast, friendly, honest service to protect your auto investment and bring out the full beauty of your car. 303-369-7292 or bumperdockdenver.com.
When your IT person says, your VPN's PPTP failed because the IP conflict caused a protocol failure, all you seem to hear is, blah, blah, money, blah, blah, last time. We're C-Squared Computer Consulting, and we speak geek fluently, but we translate when talking to you. When you understand the issues, you can better prioritize your money and time. Our managed services provide a stable spending model with system monitoring and trust. Call C-Squared Computer Consulting today at 303-933-1113 or go to c2cc.net.
Join us for one night only at the Denver Airport Marriott for the Card Caper Connection on September 26th. The Card Caper Connection mingles entrepreneurs and CEOs alike into amazing networking and fun. The Card Caper Connection is a mystery theater where the stage comes to you and you solve the case with networking. Start your mingling and get your clues early by going to cardcaperconnection.com right now. That's Card Caper Connection, cardcaperconnection.com. The Card Caper Connection. It's a new way to network.
There's only one place on the dial for you to share your stories of great customer service, and that's Fan Braggin' Friday on the Experience Pros Radio Show. Every Friday, the phone lines are open for you to call and tell the world who's getting it right in business. Call 855-FAN-BRAG and change the way people treat people in business. You can post your stories every day on the Experience Pros Facebook page and call in on Fridays for Fan Braggin' Friday at 855-326-2724. 855-FAN-BRAG. Tell Eric and Angel, and then tell the world about Fan Braggin' Friday.
Dana Lash, tonight at 6 on KLZ 560.
Staring at the blank page before you, open up the dirty window, let the sun illuminate the words that you could not find. Reaching for something in the distance, so close you can almost taste it. Release your inhibition, feel the rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Thanks so much for taking time out of your business day to join us for ours. There's a new book hitting the airwaves today.
And the author likes to sing along to the radio. The new book is Get Real Ladies. The author is Kim DeCoste, and today is her Amazon bestseller day. So pull out your computers. I just clicked on buy now. Thank you. Your order has been placed. We are going to take this gal to the #1 category in the Amazon bestseller list with her brand new book. Kim DeCoste, welcome to the Experience Pros Radio Show.
Good morning.
Hi, Kim. Are you super excited?
Yeah, clearly I started singing before we were supposed to even start talking.
No, you're fine. You're fine. It's we have a lot of fun here in the studio, and Kim's been a great friend of the radio show for years and years. And your new book, Get Real Ladies, talking about career challenges, changes, and choices. Tell us what inspired you to get this book going?
Well, a lot of things, but my own adventures and trying to figure out how to reposition myself professionally. As I have quoted recently, there's a quote I found by Vincent van Gogh that said, in order to you have to experience something before you can express it. And I was at a point professionally where I needed to make a change, and I didn't know how I was going to make the change. I didn't even know what the change was going to be. And writing a book has been on my bucket list. I have this little journal that I'm showing you guys that I've had since 2007 when I left my first corporate position to launch my firm, DeCoste & Associates.
Right.
And on December 10th of 2010, I wrote the title Get Real.
Get Real.
And started outlining the chapters. And over the years, I've added names of people who I wanted in it and imagined now 28 volumes of this. But I never had the whatever impetus to go ahead and start. And so it was last year where I kind of was in a lull, and I decided I need to put a big goal in front of myself. I needed something to stretch for.
Right.
And so I decided to start writing a book, and I wrote one, and I finished it in November, and I started to read it, and it was terrible.
It was terrible. No. This is
terrible.
A show.
No. But so then I sat and thought, and was trying to think of people I know who have achieved professional success, particularly women, because I felt like I was struggling with the unique challenge of the work-life balance and all that stuff.
Right.
And Angel came to mind, and a bunch of people came to mind. As a matter of fact, I made a list of 30 people I'd like to talk to.
This is why I love Kim. She's full of lists.
Right? Well, where did I learn that? From lists that saved my life, right? So I set out to talk to these women. And after I talked to a handful, I realized there was a story there. There were some common themes. There were some successes to be extracted, some wisdom to pull out of it. So I took those people's stories, all in all 15 for this book, and wove them back into my old boring framework and created something now I am super proud of and super excited about.
How wise for you, Kim, to actually put something out, to spend some time, because I think most people would go, well, that's what I wrote, and would move forward with it. But you put the brakes on it and said, I can do this better.
Well, it was important to me that it be different. And it was important to me in my imagination of success, or my version of my imagination of my future success, that this is a foundational book for a whole lot of other things to come. So it had to be the right platform upon which I can build, hopefully, future volumes.
Well, the book is Get Real Ladies. You can find it on Amazon. Just search Get Real Ladies, Career Challenges, Changes, and Choices. So this is volume 1 of hopefully 30 in the series. So let's talk about this one.
Sure.
Career Challenges, Changes, and Choices. What did you discover in everybody's stories?
Well, I think, first of all, I was a little reluctant to just have this be directed towards women, but I felt like in order for me to find my voice and to create the right perspective, I had to come from where I am. And because the people I chose to speak with first were women, it was a logical first audience. But what I found is that we as women are struggling with this imaginary notion of work-life balance. Whoever created that phrase owes us a lot, because it's a myth. It doesn't exist at any given moment.
Work-life balance doesn't exist?
No,
You heard it here on the Experience Pros radio show first.
At any given moment, you're not going to be in perfect equilibrium with your home and your work.
No kidding.
Over a period of time, you will. You are. There are times when you're all in with work and your kids have to sit in the back seat for a little bit. Right. And there are times when family is first and work has to sit on the side. So the notion that at any moment it's going to be perfectly balanced was one thing that I was challenging. And what I looked at for these women, and this book, I will admit, has a heavy entrepreneurial spin, because a lot of women I know personally have gone down a path of entrepreneurship, but that doesn't necessarily mean you can't find your own version of success in a corporate environment or in some other kind of environment. And I think the biggest lesson, if there's one big lesson to extract, I hope, from the book, is that we each need to define our own successes. And success for you and success for me are not going to be the same thing. And it's okay if they're not. And it's okay if limousines and jet planes and big dollar bills is your goal, that's fine.
Right.
Own that. If staying home and raising your babies is your goal, stay home and own that. And if something in the middle is the goal and that makes you happy, when your expectations meet your accomplishments, you have succeeded.
Kim, we are running a deal right now on Amazon. We want everybody, all of our listeners, to go to Amazon.com right now and type in Get Real Ladies and buy the book in the next hour and a half.
Yes.
If you would do that in the next hour and a half.
Yeah, don't put it off until later.
Please don't. This is a huge campaign and an opportunity for Kim to go straight to #1 on the Amazon charts. And once you get that, you're a best-selling author for all time.
I know, isn't that
We're going to make that happen right now. I've read the book. I'm buying the book as we speak right now, again, because I want people to know that this is something that we not only we're telling you to do, we're doing it ourselves. We so believe in you and what you've done. And you made me cry.
I know, you told me that.
I know.
I was humbled.
There's some really cool stuff in this book, folks, and you're going to love it.
And I love how you talk about that success looks different for everybody, Kim, and you're right. We need to own it and not go the path of, well, it should look like this because that's what it looks like for somebody else, right?
Sure,
and we put ourselves, I think as women, we compare ourselves all the time.
We do. And I'm reluctant to always say only women, because certainly men have their own subset of challenges. And it's most of this isn't unique to women. But in this particular case, because of that, again, the expectations around family and work is what I think makes women crazy, because we can't do everything all the time. And the other thing I tried to do in this book, and admittedly, it is the first attempt. It is pretty focused on my immediate vicinity. I wish I'd had the foresight to include women from around the country, because I think our experiences in other markets, other business environments, other corporate cultures are different. The other thing is, it's not a super diverse subset of people. Just where I live, I just don't have a big diverse group of friends. So there's other voices that need to be addressed. But in this particular case, I tried to get all kinds of women, different ages and stages and phases. And I think that you'll see that there's some common advice that they all give. Most of it has to do with trusting yourself, and taking a leap of faith. And a lot of it has to do with not questioning decisions and just moving on forward.
Which is you. You had to trust yourself. You had to take this leap of faith.
Yep, toes over the edge, as my mom used to say.
And here you are with your brand new published book, Get Real Ladies, Career Challenges, Changes, and Choices. The author is Kim DeCoste. She's the founder of DeCoste Associates, which is a career management and consulting firm based here in Denver, Colorado. A dear friend of ours. We've known her. We both started at the Chamber at the same time, the South Metro Chamber, many, many years ago, and have followed each other's paths. Get your copy today on Amazon in the next hour.
Please.
And help Kim DeCoste become a #1 Amazon bestselling author.
Send to all your friends the same link and ask them to do the same. This is going to be great for them and their businesses.
Kim, thanks so much for coming into the studio today.
Thank you guys for having me.
Absolutely.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
More positive business talk just ahead. You are listening to Eric and Angel, and this is the station that you really come to know and trust for nothing but the best in business. So don't go anywhere, and don't forget to order that book. Again, Get Real Ladies on Amazon by Kim DeCoste.
The Experience Pros are here to help you get your business right. To learn more, visit experiencepros.com.
Over 400,000 businesses in Colorado have less than 10 employees. Your business probably fits into that category. Imagine what would be accomplished if everyone joined forces. The Colorado Micro Business Alliance brings owners together to give you a unified voice in state and local politics, as well as helps negotiate better deals for products and services. They offer top-level seminars and networking events. Join now for only $5 a month at coloradomicrobusinessalliance.com.
Get your payroll and employee paperwork done efficiently, effectively, and economically with Employer Essentials. Free up your time, free up your money, and let Employer Essentials help your business grow. They handle all of your payroll and HR needs at EmployerEssentials.com or call 303-734-9436. 303-734-9436.
Do you wish your career was moving along a different path? Do you ever feel like your business owns you when it really should be the other way around? Do you feel like this isn't the life you thought you'd be living? Well, you're not alone. Sandy Corrigan has a system that helps people create careers worth having, businesses worth owning, that results in lives worth living. Call or text Sandy Corrigan today at 303-907-1010. That's 303-907-1010. It's worth the phone call.
Friends, this is Eric, and I want to turn you on to a fantastic bi-monthly patriotic newsletter I've discovered. It's called The Pen, and it's a compilation of numerous patriotic writers packed with political information that you won't find in the newspaper. Contact my friend Beth Ann for a free sample copy at csctalkradio.com or send $24.95 to P.O. Box 73, California, Missouri 65018 to receive The Pen for an entire year. The Pen, promoting liberty and keeping patriots informed. Subscribe today. csctalkradio.com. That's csctalkradio.com.
Dove Valley Storage has your affordable storage solutions for RVs, boats, cars, or construction equipment. Covered units you can own or rent at unbelievable prices. There's no other product like this in Colorado, and they're offering them at a fraction of the price of owning an RV garage or man cave. Hurry and call Kim today. They're going fast for fall delivery. 720-201-4062. That's 720-201-4062. Or check them out online, dovevalley.storage.com. They've got you covered.
The Extreme Customer Service Directory is the go-to place for finding the companies who have the best customer testimonials. Plus, To make it even easier, we narrowed down the field to only 3 companies in your area. If you need a printer in the metro area, we have it. If you need ink and toner, we have it. The Extreme Customer Service Directory is one of the most visited directories in the state, and it's all yours to view for free at experiencepros.com. Experiencepros.com for the best in customer service. When you're looking for the best, think Experience Pros. You can feel good about doing business with the pros.
If you rely on networking to build your business, you need Renovate. If you are sick of wasting your time cold calling to find a few, you need Renovate. Extreme Relationship Management will help you renovate. Renovate is revolutionary training that elevates your not working and supercharges your networking to get real results. Sign up for the next Renovate training this week at extremerelationshipmanagement.com or call 855-I-LIKE-ERM. You need Renovate.
You're busy, but are you really achieving the dreams you thought you would? Infinite Nation knows that when your vision is big enough, you can create infinite success. Request your free vision check phone call with award-winning vision coach Carrie Conley. Discover how easy it is to achieve your infinite success. Call 720-331-8693, 720-331-8693, and check out the Vision is Victory workshop online at infinitenation.com.
You need more customers, and you need to keep the ones you already have. List That Save My Business is your answer to gaining and retaining clients without cold calling or chasing cold leads. Do business with people who like you and who already trust you. List That Save My Business is the book with easy-to-use checklists to bring more of the right customers into your sales process. Buy your copy of List That Save My Business from Amazon.com. These lists will save your business. Buy your copy of List That Save My Business today and grow your business the Experience Pros way.
At highway speeds, the average text takes your eyes off the road for about 5 seconds. That's enough time to travel the length of a football field. Stop texts, stopwrecks.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
You're unbelievable.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. You are unbelievable. Trust your gut.
Yep.
Maybe even over your intellect.
Sometimes you do need to just listen to your instinct and do what your heart tells you. And here's the thing, whether you're parenting a child, pondering a career change, or weighing whether or not to buy a new home, our life is filled with monumental decision-making moments, and some of them are fraught with potential for error, according to our next guest. Gail Harris wrote a brand new book. Actually, she is an award-winning writer. She's teacher of the intuitive process, and her latest book is called Finding Zoe, a deaf woman's story of identity, love, and adoption. She says there's plenty of books and magazines and family that will tell you and give you that offered advice, but you need to trust your own instinct. Gail, welcome to the Experience Pros Radio Show.
Oh, thanks, Angel. Thanks for having me.
Gail, it is nice to have you on the show. Let's talk about intuition, trusting your gut, that kind of stuff. Most times, women get the benefit of the doubt. They're like women's intuition. They have a name for it. But why do you say that we should listen to our intuition more often?
Oh, it's such an open-ended question. Why should we listen? It really depends on the kind of life that you want to live. When you connect in with your intuition, you're really being guided on personal fulfillment, situations with relationships, and all the things that are really important to us in our life that we can't get from facts and figures. And when we connect into our intuition, it's not an easy thing. It's really making a commitment to follow. It's not easy to hear intuition because we're taught not to hear it. But when we understand the kind of life that we'll be living when we connect with our intuition, one of personal fulfillment, one of, if you're a spiritual person, to connect more with your spirituality. And it's all about this, in my opinion, the things that matter to us most and having a most fulfilling life we can accomplish or experience by connecting in with our intuition.
And Gail, I think that we know that, like intellectually think we know that. I don't know if I can say that, but yet we, in business, in life, we do all this research, right? I got to go and I got to get the facts.
It's all about the numbers.
I got to share the facts. When we're trying to sell something in a business realm, it's data and numbers and I've got to get it all pulled together. And so if so much is based on intuition, I don't know, can we actually hone in on that? Is there, how can I do that better? Because I think a lot of times I think 2 hours after the fact, I should have said this, or I should have done that.
Oh, hindsight's 20/20.
Why didn't I follow my gut, right? Do we have a way that we can get there before the fact instead of after?
Absolutely. And again, it's really about making a commitment to be able to do it, because like you were saying before, we're taught to gather the facts and gather the data. It really is that safer route. But that's just going to get us so far. It's that old saying that if you can't see it, it isn't there. But we do know that it's there, like you said, Angel. And it's really a matter of making a commitment to check in with our intuition. And it's based on trust, because like you said, 2 hours later, hindsight is 20/20. We say, oh yeah, we should have said this. But the more times we take that risk, and we take that chance, we hear that still small voice inside, and they don't call it the still small voice for nothing. It's just we're taught that it's so small it practically disappears, But when we do trust and we take that chance and we do say it, so in hindsight, we don't have to say, 20/20, I wish I could have done that. When we do it in the moment, the more we do it, it's like the more we flex that muscle and the stronger that trust muscle becomes, and it becomes easier and easier. But it is a difficult thing to do, because our intuition often will tell us things, maybe that we don't like to hear. It speaks our truth. And as we all know, sometimes we'd rather just ignore the truth and do what we want, right?
Okay, so let me jump in here for a second, Gail, because I'm reminded of a passage that is important to me in the scripture that says, "Faith is the substance of things hoped for, and the evidence of things not seen." So, are we using the word intuition to hide or cover for really what boils down to faith? And then a follow-up question: what if the intuition is contrary to the intellect?
I think intuition never lies. It might not be right, but it never lies.
But Gail, you said that it shows your truth. Well, there's a topic for another conversation. Is your truth my truth?
So many things I don't even know what to respond to, because they're all so important.
Let's start with this. What's the spiritual element in intuition?
Well, it's a personal matter. For me, trusting my intuition is a very spiritual matter, so I can speak for myself, okay? Because, for me, when I connect in with that inner knowing or that intuition, I'm connecting in to that part of myself that's connected to something that's greater than myself. That's my spirituality. That's my belief. And the reason why that's so important for me is because in my experience, and this is not just because I read it in a book, you have to experience this, but when I connect in with that part of myself, and when I'm connecting into that part that's greater than me, I know what it means to be a powerful person in my life. And I'm not talking about the way we might talk about power, like in business, for example, control and manipulation. And we have to do that to survive to a certain extent. But I'm talking about, what does it mean to be a powerful woman, a powerful person in my life? It means taking the force, the life force of the universe, the goodness behind that, and putting it in my life and trusting that so that I could have the best life and be the best person. And, I couldn't do that on my own. Right. But that's my spirituality. That's where it comes into play for me. It's very spiritual for me.
Understood. Go ahead.
And I was actually at a self-defense workshop not too long ago, and they were talking a lot about intuition, and we talk about it in business as well. Even Absolutely. Kim DeCoste, our previous guest, trusting ourselves and trusting that small voice, but means we have to be quiet sometimes and to allow that and to actually act and make decisions based on that trust. And I think that
because we're often told, this is what you should do, and we're reading all this advice, and we're getting advice from our managers and, people bossing us around all the time, right? Bosses and parents and spouses and friends, and you should do this and you should do that, that it gets really noisy. And it's nice to know that, one, our intuition never lies to us. We might be wrong. We might, based on some information that we have, it could be wrong, but it doesn't lie.
She's looking at me.
And but to trust it, and when we act on it, I think very rarely are we disappointed. Where we often find regret when we don't trust ourselves, right? Right, Gail?
Yes. And again, you said a mouthful. You said so much. You said something about, and I'll start with the beginning when you said that our intuition could be wrong, based on the facts, or something like that. I don't remember word for word.
Sure.
But, in my experience, I don't believe that our intuition is really ever wrong. And I think that when we say that our intuition is wrong, I question which part of ourself is making that judgment. Is it the part of ourselves that's dependent on the facts and figures? I have found that there's a difference between getting what you want and getting what you need. And I think McDougall had a real thing going when he says you can't always get what you want, but you get what you need. And in my personal experience, I feel like that's what my intuition has taught me, to know the difference between what I want and what I need. And when something doesn't work out, we might say, our intuition made a mistake. But I really say, you know what? Reserve that judgment, for next year, because you may not, in that moment when you're disappointed about something or hurt about something, you may not be able to see in that moment we're clouded that, what, you may have not have gotten what you wanted, but it's exactly what you need. A relationship fails, right? You break up or whatever it is. It's a horrible thing, but chances are that experience came to you for the very reason of letting go, so that like another person that's much more suited to you to come into your life. But at the time you might have thought you made a mistake, right?
You know what, Gail, you hit it out of the park for me. You said all those things. You qualified it as this is your experience, and I support that. I really do. And then you brought in Mick Jagger and the Stones, and jeez, absolutely.
Gail, how do our listeners follow you?
My website is gailharrisauthor.com, and I just wanted to mention that I have my White Bread Wisdom blog on there, which talks about parenting, intuition, and self-love, and how all those topics are related, which is a real juicy part.
And whatever you do not cut the crust off. That's where all the vitamins are. I love it. Gail Harris, the author of Finding Zoe, a deaf woman's story of identity, love, and adoption. Get that wherever books are sold.
Also the author of Your Heart Knows the Answer.
I love it. Gail, you were a fantastic interview. Thank you so much for joining us on the Experience Pros Radio Show.
Oh, my delight. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
Well, I had to throw in the wrong thing, because the first time I met Eric, I did not like him.
That's true.
But he worked very hard to win me over.
You found out that I was a pretty good guy after all, and I have a spiritual element.
Yeah, but he's also bossy.
I'm not bossy.
Never?
Well, don't do that.
That was the thing I didn't like.
All right, folks, more positive business talk right after this.
The Experience Pros, revolutionizing the way people treat people in business.
Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe is the official fitness sponsor of the Experience Pros radio show. This is Angel, and Orange Theory is the energizing group fitness concept that is sweeping the nation. Experience the orange effect at the location Eric and I work out at. It's Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe Road. You'll see more energy, visible toning, and extra calorie burn for up to 36 hours after your workout. Call for a free Saturday session at 303-645-4290. That's 303-645-4290. We'll see you at Orange Theory Fitness at Parker and Arapahoe Road.
Attention business owners, if you're waiting 30 to 60 days or more to get paid, Riviera Finance can turn your invoices into immediate cash flow. Let them help. Their process is simple and no debt is created. Riviera Finance has local offices serving clients across the U.S. and Canada. So if you bill on credit but need better cash flow, call Riviera Finance now. 800-872-7484. That's 800-872-7484. Or visit RivieraFinance.com.
You've got a great business, lots of customers, and a catchy tagline. Things are going great, right? Has it ever occurred to you that if you are doing so well in your business, someone else might be trying to copy or steal your concept and make it their own? It happens every day. But don't let it happen to you. You need attorney Steve Replin on your side. Much more than just a lawyer, Steve is a business consultant who knows how to protect what's yours while helping you grow it to success. Call Steve today and CYA. That's Cover Your Assets. 303-322-7919. 303-322-7919.
You've had it with the big box print shops and online printing companies. Sure, they offer cheap services, and that's what you get, cheap service. Isn't it about time you found someone who not only made you look good, but also makes you feel good? Award-winning PrintingDoneQuickly.com offers the highest level of concierge service without the concierge price. PrintingDoneQuickly.com, where we serve your business as we wish to be served, and quickly too. That's PrintingDoneQuickly.com.
Hi, this is Angel, and I want you to picture this. You're driving home after soccer practice. Your little girl is sitting in the back seat, and the radio is gently playing your favorite music. Your car is your world for the moment, and your world is safe because Nyland's Collision Center wouldn't cut corners on the quality of parts when they fixed that fender bender last month. NYLUNDS collision.com. No one knows your car better. The safety of your whole world is in their hands. Visit nylandscollision.com or call them at 303-761-9219.
If printing is an essential part of your business day, then RMK Cartridge is your lifeline to success. Hi, this is Eric, and Angel and I wouldn't think of running our business without having RMK Cartridge on our speed dial. Remanufactured ink and toner cartridges are just the beginning. Free delivery and award-winning service coupled with 30 to 50% savings over original manufacturer products means that we're saving time, money, and space in the landfill all at once. Treat your printer to the best. Contact the guys at RMK Cartridge at 303-781-2076 or on the web at rmkcartridge.com.
The top 5 search results get 75% of all the clicks. 75%! That means if you're on page 2, you are missing out on tons of potential business. You, my friend, are in need of professional help. At SharpNet Solutions, it's not all about clicks. It's about making sales. They optimize the Experience Pros Extreme Customer Service Directory, and they can optimize your business. Call them today, 303-900-4988. That's 303-900-4988. Or find them online at sharpnetsolutions.com. Put their talents to work and see what they can do for you. 303-900-4988. Mention the Experience Pros and get up to 50% off. Call today.
Tell your staff to tune in daily to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Business training and inspiration from national experts are here for you every day on the Experience Pros Radio Show. Start your week off by learning a great new business skill. Tune in midweek to boost your positive attitude and be sure to always end your week with Fan Dragon Friday. The Experience Pros Radio Show is here for you every day, changing the way people treat people in business. Join the revolution and tune into the Experience Pros Radio Show. Weekday business training designed to inspire you to get your business right.
I'm John Walsh. I'm Ed Smart. When a child is abducted, time is critical. That's why Amber Alert is so important. The public is notified when a child is abducted. It's a partnership between broadcasters, law enforcement, transportation, and you. Thanks for making Amber Alert happen.
The Experience Pros want to help you get your business right. Have you joined the revolution? Visit meetup.com/therevolution and become a business revolutionary. And now, back to Eric and Angel on the Experience Pros Radio Show.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. We do appreciate you for tuning in today. I am the CEO, the Grand Poobah, the Chief Me Officer.
We're going to talk about some overused titles, inflated titles, overuse and abuse of fun titles. So we are the most positive business talk show in America. So every now and then I come across a snarky topic, a little sarcastic or something. And I don't know if it's because we're always so positive that it just makes me laugh out loud because it's so unique and so
Could be
opposite.
just the voices in your head.
So opposite of what we do on a regular basis. And, every now and then I tease that my next gig is going to be a radio, like a really sarcastic.
Yeah, we'll take all the complaints and all the negativity. Yeah.
And just be
just like every other radio show.
Okay, so they didn't give you good customer service. So what? And not care. I think
teasing.
I think I could do that for all of like 5 minutes.
Right.
But here's the thing. They talk about, here's some examples of title inflation, overuse, and abuse. If you find yourself being the chief me officer without anything to substantiate it, or somebody who does, because of course it's not you.
Anybody with a Twitter account and a cell phone can be.
Right. Absolutely. The chief something officer. It used to be in the long gone days that the CEO was the president. You'd have a CFO, a few VPs, and then became the COOs, right? The chief operating officers,
and the CTOs, which
technology,
we don't. Oh yeah,
chief marketing officers, in IT, all of that. Now we have chief revenue officers, chief strategy officers, chief communication officers, chief performance officers, chief compliance officers.
You need a C warehouse.
Absolutely do. They say you've got a degree. Good for you. Lately, people are listing all sorts of academic degrees and obscure certifications after their names on LinkedIn. MBA, an MA, a PE, a PMP, a CPC. What kind of letters should we have?
I've got a PhD in BS.
Yes, we know that. And he practices it every single day.
2 different degrees in one.
But nobody knows what all of that stuff means. You've got a degree. They say, so what? They say it's pretentious to put all of that after your bio and comes across like you can't stand on your own and need to label to prop you up. And anyone who advises you to do so is a dope.
Oh, a dope?
That's what it says.
Who's the they that they are saying this?
Well, so here's
Money Watch.
Chief title inflation. They say that Apple has a CEO, a CFO, 7 senior vice presidents, about 70 vice presidents.
Yep. And that's it.
They say, I know companies that are a tiny fraction of Apple's size with more VPs.
Right.
Several layers of VPs, presidents of divisions, more managers than workers, and every kind of chief whatever officer you can think of.
Organizational complexity kills companies. You don't have to have all those C's. Just be you.
They say, how about this one? Gurus.
Oh, yeah.
How about leadership, Gen Y, personal branding, social media, whatever. If you have to bestow a title like guru, visionary, or expert upon yourself, not only are you narcissistic, you're telling the whole world that you have no self-esteem or self-confidence, thus the shameless over-the-top self-promotion.
And frankly, it tells everybody that you didn't go to school for any of this. It's just you called yourself one.
I used to have, and I think I might still have, customer service expert on my LinkedIn bio.
Well,
apparently I have no self-esteem or self-confidence, and therefore I need the shameless over-the-top self-promotion. I did it because when people are on LinkedIn looking for experts, I wanted to come up when they were, when they did that.
Well, and I think that's why everybody does what they do. They put that out there so that they will appear to be searchable and findable and expertable.
Yeah. They say nobody who deserves to be called expert would call themselves that anyways. The most accomplished people are
so harsh,
always aware of how much they don't know. It's called humility. Get some.
I'm on the record many times saying that I'm a big fan of humility. However,
in other people.
Well, no. I think all across the boards. What are you talking about? I think that you have to be able to back up whatever it is you say that you are. A guru means that you have a tribe, a following of some sort who, they bow down and claim you are that which you claim to be. A leader is only a leader if people are following. Can I say that to be accurate?
Absolutely. And I think in this case, you don't call yourself the guru. You don't call yourself the leader. It's it's titles other people.
No, but you called yourself a
customer
service expert, and you are a customer service expert. We call ourselves the most positive business talk show in America, not because we think that we are, but because you think that you are. And frankly, Dr. Ivan Meisner of BNI called us that.
So you just need, as long as one person calls you that, you can then adopt it.
And Dave Ramsey of Dave Ramsey called us that.
So 2 people.
and the list goes on. I see what you're trying to accomplish here, Money Watch, in this article that talks a little bit about
Eric,
the superfluity. Yeah.
Tongue in cheek. It's okay. You can
No,
get
I
off your
understand.
soapbox. It was just somebody having a little moment.
Yeah.
And made a blog out of it. We've all done it. We've all done
Probably
it.
the CMO.
And we
Chief
have a little
Moment Officer.
moment, and we go to the internet.
You notice that this is just bioed by Money Watch. There is no
We
name
express
attached to it.
ourselves, but again, tongue in cheek.
I wonder if he's the CEO of Money Watch.
But apparently, somebody's got themselves all hyped up. They got all their little CMOs in a twist.
Don't you wonder?
I just thought it was funny,
It
and
is. It is
stuff like this cracks me up,
Yeah.
and especially when they use phrases of get some
Yeah, you got a degree, so what?
right. I don't talk like that, so when I see it and it catches my attention, and so it was just supposed to be you can breathe now.
I am breathing.
In through the nose, out through the mouth.
I agreed with everything you said.
But
there,
apparently,
except that you are an expert in customer service.
Eric, this wasn't an attack on Angel's LinkedIn profile.
Boy, it better not be.
No, somebody didn't see Angel's LinkedIn profile.
You don't want this to come out of the can.
And go write a whole little blog on
telling you.
the chief me officer. But we've all, I think titles are something fun that we can all have a lot of fun with these days. And they don't always mean the same thing as they used to.
Can I get a new title?
We want to be, CFO could be the chief fun officer, right?
No. That one's already been used.
What new title do you want?
I don't know yet, but I'll let you know.
What is your title now?
Again, I am COO.
Oh.
Yeah. I take care of the operations. All right, folks. We have to say goodbye for now.
That's the end of today's show.
But the good news is we'll be back again tomorrow. We hope that you tune in. Thanks for listening.
This has been the Experience Pros Radio Show with business revolutionaries Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer. For more information, you can contact Experience Pros by calling 720-344-2446 or visit them on the web at experiencepros.com, facebook.com/experiencepros, and twitter.com/experiencepros. What are you waiting for? Join the revolution.